Yo, what's happening out there, fellow music lovers? Really nice update today, so you want to watch this, especially at the end when I introduce my new friend. Anyway, CDs that came from various charity shops and from the caravan that I rediscovered. First up, we have Kiss Destroyer, another remastered album which I first had on cassette tape and now physically have in possession. Really nice to get this one, and it was from the same shop I discovered Under the Rose, so I'll definitely be making regular checks there to see if they keep putting that out. Next, from my caravan, there was a guy who worked at my dad's now defunct workplace, Lebute, which was a printing company, whose daughter was growing up and she had just got out of the emo hawk or goth sort of stage and she was into much better music, so she gave my dad a load of it. The ones I got rid of were Slipknot, a few of their albums, but I didn't really like them. I like one of their tracks. That's the one where sort of like basically they're playing hopscotch on the sort of like top of the mountainside, the guard slips and the bullet sort of like shoots from his gun and it goes through, missing the girl, and goes through the TV, shooting through everything, then backwards again and whatnot. That was a good album. But this one is Kittie, Oracle. I have no idea if this is good music or not, but it is looking pretty good. Like I say, I don't know if this is metal, hard rock, Marilyn Manson, or just in general sort of like just rock and roll music, but I will be listening to them. Next up we have Disturbed Believe. Again, I kept these two albums rather than selling them because I thought, well, they might have good stuff on, especially since they come with a parent advertisatory, which means bad language basically. Next, I think this is a metal album or metal people. We have Mushroomhead, and this is XIIV, which I think is 12 or 10 or something. Really creepy graphics. I just saw it and thought, is that one Scott Walters has reviewed or has had, so I'll definitely give that a listen. Also as well, at the same time, finding the videos, I happened to find this VHS tape, Thin Lizzy Live and Dangerous, and this is their 1970s album, double album, Live and Dangerous. This is the live recording of that album. Really nice indeed, good album definitely to listen to. Next up, went to Ely and found some cassette tapes. Sort of beginning to fall out of fashion, cassette tapes, sadly. But anyway, this one is Roy Cherry Brown, Take, Fat and Party. This is basically a British blue comedian. Now, a blue comedian is as in sort of like tells very, very, very rude jokes, and by very rude I mean F word and pretty much sauciness, rude, straight up blatantly. He will basically get straight to the point of a joke, not sort of like tease you with double entendres or any silly effects. He will just blatantly say the words that he wants to say. But still a good thing. Not heard that one either. Next we have The Magical Sound of Panpipes Volume 4. I do like my panpipes. Don't know why there are two stalks kissing though, that's kind of odd. But still nice and relaxing. Next we have Sky, The Great Balloon Race. Now if you've been watching previous episodes, you know that I have Sky Mozart on record. This is cassette. This was actually what I thought the last Sky album was, The Great Balloon Race. Again, Sky is basically a band that takes classical music and puts it into modern perspective. So basically sort of like plays it with modern instruments like guitar, drums, keyboard, stuff like that basically. A very nice album to have indeed. Next we have Not the 9 O'Clock News, Hedgehog Sandwich. This is basically a 70s, early 80s sort of like comedian sketch type thing. And I don't know if that is a real hedgehog or whether that is a fake one, as they used to have fake ones on the show. Anyway, next up we have some of my favourite stuff. We have a German or foreign record CD, Le Orgre de Thanian Hit Rin, Fid de la Color. This is a foreign organ record. There was a few organ records I passed though because they were quite expensive, these CDs, 99p each. It's not exactly very good, but then again. Next we have 18th century English organ music. A very nice album indeed. I have seen that organ before. I think there was a record cover I saw it on. I think the charity shop that wanted at least, or whoever I wanted it from, wanted a good couple of quid for it, rather than the usual sort of like pound. Next we have Sounds of St Giles, Thomas Trotter organ. This is another organ album. Like I say, I like my organs, so this is very nice indeed. Next we have the historic organ of St Mary the Virgin Finedon, or Finedon. This is a very nice organ indeed. So I probably might have some of these on record, but I don't know. Back also has a nice picture of the keyboards. Basically a very simple rundown. The keyboard has 3 sets of keyboards on it. The bits down the bottom there are for the bellows, which you have to push, and the buttons on the side are for various tones and various other bits and pieces. Now then, I told you about the last find. Well, working / volunteering at a charity shop has its perks. Now, technically there is a health and safety aspect of bin rummaging, or what you USA people call dumpster diving. Well, technically we're not allowed to dive in. Doesn't mean that the council can dive in, and they dived in because they saw something. I thought it was one of those Guitar Hero lookalikes, you know, someone had custom painted one to make it look like a real guitar. Ooh, was I wrong? Oh, oh yes. This is a proper guitar. Nothing fake about it. This is a genuine guitar. It's missing the wah-wah thingy, the bit that sort of like basically you make the noise of the peg, and it is also missing the strings. You can see there are no strings attached to this. I don't know if it is complete or not. Again, if any guitar experts are out there, I've had it apart. The back end appears to have all the bits in there. The fretboard appears to be complete. The only slight problem I can see is this fretboard up here. Some of these little metal the connectors are a bit dirty. They'll clean up though, my dad says. But yeah, other than that, it only has a few little chips and dings here and there. It's missing the guitar strap. You can see, am I going to do this? Yeah, like that. You can see just there that there is a hole, and also at the bottom as well, where there should be another guitar strap hold. But yeah, it is in fair condition. It's not a Fender, it's a Fender Stratocaster copy, full body, because this is like this isn't hollow or anything, this is all full. In fact, when I took that plate off, I was expecting to see all of this to be hollow. This is all wood, this is all thick wood, that's why it's so heavy. And yeah, like I say, this was being thrown out. I don't know why though. I mean, someone would surely have brought this just for spare parts, or someone has used it for spare parts, but someone could have used it as a prop. Like I say, I couldn't bear to see this go in the bin. It is beautiful. I don't know what I need for it. I can't play it. Well, I mean, I can play it like that, maybe add some background music, but yeah, it's something that really is nice, and it adds a nice perspective to my bedroom. So I just keep seeing it every time I walk into my bedroom. I think, wow, that's mine. Didn't pay anything for it because it was being thrown out. And I think that's pretty much like basically pissing on Jimi Hendrix's grave. Throwing a perfectly, well, might not work, but throwing a guitar out. I mean, hell, you can always use it as art, or do a Pete Townsend and smash it up. But either way, it is a real nice thing to find. Like I say, all I need now is 4 things. 1, strings. 2, lessons on how to play it. 3, an amp. And 4, to see if it actually works, because I don't know if it works or not. Anyway, thanks for watching the music update. Next one, I don't know when, but either way, thanks for watching. See you next time.